Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim, joining us from Summers Point, New Jersey. He weighed in at 156 1/2 pounds. His record, 14 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw, with 5 wins. Coming by way of knockout, introducing Isiah Seldon. His opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing camouflage trunks with orange trim, hailing from Linden, Michigan. He weighed in at an even 158 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 11 wins, no losses, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated young sensation known as the small town soldier, introducing Joey Spencer.
Showtime, baby, showtime.
And our third man to the ring, the referee in charge, Jerry Cantu.
Mouthpiece. Gentlemen, you were giving your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. You will obey my commands at all times. Catch him up. Good luck to both of you.
All right, go ahead. Gotta be speaking.
Closed captioning is available for tonight's telecast, and if you would like to hear the broadcast in Spanish, you can click over to the simulcast on the Fox Deportes app. There is young Joey Spencer. He said Isiah Seldon played football as a kid. Sean Porter, Joey Spencer looks like a football player now. Look at this kid.
Young kid, man, and he's growing up really quickly as a professional, and he looks good.
20 years of age. Again, think about that.
This is boxing. It's not a street fight.
I've never seen Isiah Seldon fight, so I'm interested to see what he's going to do. Understanding, coming from a football background, he's got to be an athlete, so I want to see what he's got.
Yeah, I was wondering what the conversation was there from Jerry Cantu as they're being held up.
Yeah. And
I think, and we'll find out, I think they're waiting for another medic to come by ringside. You have to have certain requirements fulfilled. And Sean, if I'm not mistaken, I'm being told that they're waiting for that person to be ringside there before they'll start this fight.
Man, I hate when people don't know where they're supposed to be.
Well, maybe he's busy, Sean. We don't know. There could be things he could be attending to backstage or anything, but certainly for Seldon and Spencer. Sean, I would take it that's a bad time to pause, right? When you're just getting ready.
Let me say that, man. I talk all the time about protecting fighters. We have to protect our fighters, and it doesn't seem like a big thing, but when you're in a room with no one and it's cold in here, and you just warmed up to come out here and cool off, you got to get back warm and get hot and get going. And these guys can't afford to stand around right now waiting on a medic.
Yeah, you can see them fired up. They're pacing back and forth like caged animals, just trying to keep their heart rate up. And that is a difficult spot to be in. And I think we just got the high sign. Did we not? We're going to go to... Yeah. Heidi Androl is telling us that you needed a certain number of paramedics available. They've gotten them now, and we're ready to go.
You're not here. How did you know we got the thumbs up?
I can see things. Heidi Androl is there. Heidi speaks to us as well. Heidi, what do we have?
Well, we're in action now, but the holdup was that there has to be a paramedic ringside, and unfortunately, he had taken a walk. There was just an EMT here, so we were waiting for him to return.
Okay, we're underway here, round number 1, and you see the big right hand from Isiah Seldon and already a hard jab from Joey Spencer. And Sean Porter, that's one thing that Joey said he found in camp. He said he thought he had a great jab as an amateur, fell in love with his power, knocking people out as a pro, but he says look for his jab in this fight. It should be much more improved.
I have felt like seeing Joey recently, as recent as his last 2 fights, it was almost like he hit a reset button. It's almost like he felt like things weren't clicking the way they needed to, and he kind of went back to the basics, and the jab is the most basic punch in boxing.
Well, you know, he got used to early on. Again, you're matched up. You know, there's usually a talent discrepancy when you're a young guy in the ring, and they're not going to match it. Oh, big right hand, and down goes Seldon.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk toward me. Stop. Walk toward me. Over here.
Seldon doing his best. He stumbles as he steps to the side. He says, are you ready? He says, hell yeah. But wow, he got flipped sideways, Sean, by that shot.
Joey's got to be careful here. You got a guy in Seldon right there, 3 hooks, right overhand rights to the back of the head. Guys like this, they're dangerous.
2 points, intentional foul behind the head. 2 points, intentional foul behind the head.
2 points.
2 points behind the head.
2 points. That is very rare. You'll see 1 point, but he threw a number of shots. Seldon, Sean, to back him up a little bit, he's hurt, he's angry, he's embarrassed, he wants to fight back hard, but you can't fight back that way. Those were illegal shots.
No, you can't, but, you know, if you're in the ring with a guy, you know exactly who he is and what he can do. You're going to hit him wherever you can find him. And, you know, again, we have a lot to manage in a fight, and one thing in particular is your emotions. And I think the emotions got the best of Seldon right there.
Yeah, no question. And Isiah trying to fight. And look, he says, hey, it's my first time on national television. I'm coming here to win. And then he finds himself on the deck. He collected himself nicely. Sean, he waited, you know, the professional 8, gave himself a little time and then got up. But he's definitely hurt again and goes down, and that's it. Wow, Jerry Cantu waves it off as Isiah Seldon is off balance, even though he's protesting the end of this fight.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Get your gun.
Sean, could he have counted there? Should he have counted?
He says anymore, I'm going to take your pay. You understand me?
Wow, they said to take his pay if they can't control him. He's upset, but it is a bit unorthodox. I thought you'd give a guy a chance by counting.
California Athletic State Commission is not playing around today. No, I do think that it was justifiable for a count. But you know what I said to earlier. You know, we have a lot to manage in the ring, and one of the refs' jobs is to manage us. And when they see that we are not in the right shape, mentally, physically, emotionally, they have to protect us, you know, and I think that's what Jerry Cantu was doing right there.
Well, Sean, one thing we do see is when you react in an unorthodox way to a shot, and you go down and you're out of balance, it usually means you've been concussed, and in that case, that's usually when a referee who's closest to the fighter can make that judgment call. I do not like the way you're reacting to these shots. And I didn't even see Seldon get, maybe he was hit with a clear shot the second time around, but I didn't see it. But the first knockdown was clear. He got drilled. I didn't. A lot to digest from that last fight, which ended very quickly. We're back in Los Angeles. Brian Kenny and Sean Porter. Let's go back, and at the very start, Jerry Cantu, you might recall, it was a bit surprising. He called them back in to speak to the fighters again for a second time. So let's go to that and let's listen in.
I don't want to see any bad blood in the ring here today. You understand me? I saw the look. This is boxing. This is not a street fight. Now head back to the corner or I'll take points right away.
Now, interesting. And then the big right hand from Spencer. And Seldon goes down hard. Now listen.
Turn! 2 points, intentional foul behind the head.
And then that right hand, that knocked him stiff. And then Seldon went down and Cantu ended it right then and there. And that good sharp right hand to end it. Seldon got back up, but Sean Porter, it was as if Jerry Cantu was anticipating a problem, and he still got it. I don't know how he saw that coming.
Yeah, and I think that explains the 2 points that we saw him take. After those overhands to the head. We understand it's a foul and something needed to be done, but 2 points I didn't really understand. Now it makes sense. Jerry, I think he just was uncomfortable altogether.
From the get-go, and to his credit, he gave them a full warning. I will take it. I will take control of this, and he certainly did. And Joey Spencer gets the knockout, and that's a clear-cut knockout and victory for that 20-year-old fighter. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon.
Well, fans, we have the time of 2 minutes, 15 seconds in round number 1. A referee in charge, Jerry Cantu, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, the small-town soldier, Joey Spencer.
Joey Spencer, hey, Sean, he didn't really get to show off that jab, did he?
No, he didn't, but
the big right hand.
What I would tell Joey is, hey, not every fight's gonna go like this. Get back in the gym and get to work.
Right. Well, look, he took care of business. That was I didn't get a good look at that second right hand where Jerry Cantu did and said, I've seen enough already. Should he, let me just ask you, Sean, do you think he should have counted the second time?
He should have counted. I think he was trying to manage Seldon's emotions, but he should have been managing his own.